Hello there, welcome to World of Warships with Ungainly Titan. Yes, I've started playing World of Warships again. I actually started on Friday. I was playing World of Tanks. I had a big long session of World of Tanks, and the internet started to get a little bit dodgy. I would have played this 2 years ago. It was that bad normally, shall we say. My normal games in World of Tanks were with the dodgy internet pretty much all the time. But I thought I'd give World of Warships a go. I thought it might be a little bit more fault tolerant, and it was true. So I started playing it, and I started playing random battles. Couple of observations. It is a lot harder than it looks. I still wouldn't say that I know what I'm talking about, but I'm beginning to understand it a little bit better. Watching videos and jingles is very useful, but until you actually play the game, you don't necessarily appreciate what you're looking at on screen. I'm still having trouble controlling the guns and moving the ship in an appropriate fashion at the same time. And I've been sticking to Tier 1 deliberately because I have a Tier 2 ship, the Chester. I was playing the Erie a lot, but I decided to switch to the Hashidate, the Tier 1 Japanese cruiser. Just for something different, because I wasn't doing too well. This is about my 9th game. It's actually about my 9th random battle ever. All the previous games I was feeling like a complete noob. And I was feeling I'd let my team down, because I would die invariably around the 4th last ship, or the 5th last ship. And when I die, I would invariably leave my team a ship down. And then they'd lose. Tier 1 seems to be very much, it's decided by ships beating each other up. It's just a big brawl in many respects, but I try and make a bit of a science out of it and try and avoid brawling too much, because you don't have a lot of health, and if there's a way of repairing my ship, regaining health, regenerating health, I have no idea what it is. But the what was it I was going to say? What I've been trying to do, or was trying to do at this point, was to try and stay back a little bit. Don't be the one that rushed in at the start, and let the enemy ships are spotted. Try and focus fire on an enemy ship. Now, I have to be careful here. I learned my lesson earlier on. I didn't turn pink, but I did cause friendly fire on 2 previous games, which made me feel bad as well. But the thing is, I'm trying to keep islands between myself and enemy ships, and like in World of Tanks, the other things to learn is when to run away. I probably should be slowing down already, because there are more cruisers coming up behind this guy. But it's definitely worth trying to finish him off. But there's another guy coming over here on my right, and he's going to have nothing else to shoot at very shortly but me. So the first ship is ended, I think, and I'm going to focus on this guy, because at the moment I don't think he's anybody else to be dealing with him. So I start engaging on this guy and just keep my bows pointed towards him to try and minimize and sort of change my course to minimize the target. As I was saying, you build up experience quite quickly. Certainly at the low tiers. I suppose you did in World of Tanks too. I could probably easily have been a tier 3 or 4 at this stage for the amount of experience that I've earned, but I'm having difficulty enough controlling the ships and managing what I'm doing. Rather than getting in the next tier, we'll start introducing destroyers into the mix, and then you start getting the whole lot. And I'm not sure if I'm ready for that yet. I have enough trouble controlling the ships at this level. I probably will play a bit more co-op. Certainly the next level, I might start that the next session or 2. When I feel that I have a little bit more comfort in the in controlling both the ship and the gunnery at the same time, and actually sensible and useful decisions. Now, I don't know what World of Warships is like at the higher tiers, but it seems to me that the tier 1 wait times are quite extensive. There's quite a lot of waiting, in excess of a minute, at least in the times that I've gone playing it. And the other thing I noticed is that quite a few games have a reasonable number of bots in the teams, at least as far as I can make out. Now, it says that they'll fill in places that are missing with bots, and I think I recognise Wargaming's naming convention. If it's anything like their World of Warplanes naming convention as to which are the bots and which are the real people. Real people basically weirder names. As far as I can make out, bots tend to have names of famous admirals, and there seems to be a semicolon front and back. At least that's from what I can figure out. I haven't actually looked it up to check is my hypothesis correct, but there isn't a huge population at low tiers, it seems to me anyway, at least at the times that I've gone on the games, and there's quite a bit of time waiting for a game, at least in comparison to World of Tanks console. Which brings me to the point about people talking about World of Tanks console dying. If World of Warships is considered successful with those kind of populations, and they're still putting World of Warplanes up with practically nobody playing, then I think World of Tanks console is actually probably safe for quite some time. I don't know if they have bots in the waiting, shall we say, to fill in the gaps and the matchmaking in World of Tanks, should it become necessary. But I'm sure that they have developed war stories and stuff enough, maybe, that they might have a thing like that working. So there, I didn't run away in time, so I didn't survive when the second cruiser came around. However, I didn't leave my team down, I think, because I left them in parity. And with, I think, an advantageous position. They have ships in the enemy cap that have been in there for quite a while. Now, the enemy have more ships than our cap, but our ships are already engaging the enemy ships in the cap, and we're a ship up. So in the time it took me to talk there and transfer over to the other ships, the enemy lost a ship, and we still have superior numbers engaged. So I think the advantage is strongly on our side. Now this guy's getting a right pounding, the Bougainville. Because he's taken fire from both, but he's given as good as he got, and he's got support. So I think he's going to do enough damage that when he goes down, he'll still, the enemy will not be in a position to sort of, it won't be 2 versus 2, it'll be 2 weakened ships versus 2 relatively stronger ships. So there goes the Bougainville, and that cruiser that's nearest is on very low health and it's just expired, and it's now 2v1. And that 2v1 is effectively in a crossfire because he's not he can shoot at one ship or the other, but he can't really angle his ship towards both. If he does, he's going to be exposing he's exposing broadside to this guy. In fact, he's exposing broadside to both ships, so they have a bigger and easier target. So I don't think he's likely to survive here. And he looks like he's switching his fire between both ships as well, which is a big mistake. However, it's game over. I don't have an end screen. In-screen battle results do not appear to be saved as part of the game saves, at least at the moment. I'll have to record them separately and then add them in future, but I've remembered to do so now. So in future I should be doing that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it interesting. If you did, please give it a like. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.